Mega tournament, high stakes, prestige on the line, and once again the African giants Nigeria have delivered. They're into the AFCON Semifinals after a commanding 2-0 win over Algeria, and this run is not impressive just because of the result. It's impressive because Nigeria are fighting battles off the pitch before they even face opponents on it. So who are the men driving this unlikely rise, and how has a team surrounded by chaos managed to stay standing? Let's decode Nigeria's AFCON story a bit here. Nigeria were once the undisputed powerhouse of African football, but today that image has been dented. What defines Nigerian football today is dysfunction, governance failures, unpaid dues, repeated boycott threats, players constantly fighting for what they are owed, not what they can win. And even at this AFCON, where Nigeria are unbeaten so far, the script hasn't changed. Just days before the quarterfinal clash against Algeria, the same old issue resurfaced. Unpaid bonuses, players threatening to suspend training. There were whispers of a potential boycott. The federation, of course, went into damage control mode, again scrambling to prevent a public embarrassment. And as if that wasn't enough, rumours began circulating of a rift between Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. Everything pointed towards collapse, but when the quarterfinal started, none of it really mattered. Nigeria didn't just beat Algeria, they bullied them. The Super Eagles stormed to a 2-0 win, playing with hunger, intensity and clarity, and leading that charge was the man Nigeria turns to when chaos surrounds them, Victor Osimhen. The experienced campaigner delivered the opener, setting the tone early. Osimhen brushed aside the rumours, the governance mess, the distractions, and let the football do all the talking. And that, in many ways, is Nigeria's AFCON story. A team constantly surrounded by disorder, yet somehow manages to produce order when needed the most. The celebration wasn't just emotion, it was defiance, a message that said we may be fighting systems and uncertainty, but inside that dressing room, we are united. And Osimhen isn't doing it alone. Ademola Lookman, Calvin Bassey, Alexi Wobi, senior professionals all stepped up, shielding the squad from all the noise, pulling Nigeria forward through leadership and not excuses. And then came the moment that summed up how much this win truly meant. Right after the final whistle, tempers flared, a heated confrontation broke out between Nigerian and Algerian players. Algeria questioned refereeing decisions. Nigeria pushed back fiercely, and no, this isn't about promoting violence. Nigeria weren't going to let anyone cast doubts over a win they had earned. It showed just how deeply this victory mattered to them, because when you've been fighting battles off the pitch, every win feels like survival. And steering this volatile ship is head coach Eric Chelle. This AFCON has been redemption for him too, because rewind to late last year, this was the same coach under heavy fire after Nigeria crashed out of the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. And after the loss to DR Congo, Chelle made headlines for all the wrong reasons, arguments with opposition camps, and bizarre claims blaming Voodoo.
During all the penalty decisions, the guy from Congo did some voodoo every time. So this is why I was a little nervous after him.
That felt like a man searching for excuses instead of solutions. But something has changed at AFCON. Chelle isn't deflecting anyone anymore. He's demanding ruthlessness. Now comes the biggest test yet. Standing in front of them before a spot in that final is Morocco, Africa's strongest team at the moment, playing at home, backed by an entire nation, yet Nigeria aren't intimidated.
Morocco is strong and playing at home. There will be pressure, but we respect them and believe in ourselves.
That line says everything, because that's the transformation Nigeria have undergone at this AFCON. From a team drowning in chaos to a team grounded in belief. The history was always there. The talent never went away. The legacy was never lost. What Nigeria lacked was conviction, and maybe they found it at a crucial stage here. And against all odds, Nigeria are standing tall again. The question now is simple: is this just another defiant run or the beginning of a long overdue revival? The business end of AFCON will give us the answers.
The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, Firstpost America gets a new look. I'm Kerry Johnston, and this is Firstpost America.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.